renewed push for rent control in Rockville, Maryland. Residents there say prices have gotten out of control and only continue to climb. 7 News' Liana Golden first reported on these concerns back in March, and now she shares this update.
Signs of support from dozens of Rockville residents fed up with spiking rent prices.
Half of all Rockville rents.
Grant Sams is the president of his local tenant association, where 7 News has reported some communities have seen up to 30% rent hikes.
We do not have protections against unprecedented and frankly predatory rent hikes like they do in Montgomery County.
So here's Montgomery County Council, and right next door is Rockville City Council. Montgomery County put a 6% ceiling on rent increases in July, but since Rockville has its own housing authority, it's exempt from that law, which is why residents are now rallying for change.
So I will be using my time to speak to the people that actually matter, the people of Rockville.
Turning her back to council, this resident instead praised her neighbor's efforts.
My Rockville community, thank you for your persistence and self-advocacy in fighting for rent stabilization.
7 News on your side asked council, what if any plan is in place to adopt rent stabilization, and if there isn't one, why? Mayor Monique Ashton replied, quote, "We have had numerous public discussions during meetings on this topic, including a dedicated work session on July 8th, 2024.
That would be the meeting where they voted explicitly to never consider rent stabilization.
All those in favor?
Yes.
Councilmember Shaw.
But would this motion also be removing the rent cap?
That is part of the purpose of the motion.
All those in favor? All those opposed?
Fast forward almost a year later, residents are still pushing for answers.
We would hope to see a change as soon as possible.
The mayor also says they will have future meetings to update the entire landlord-tenant code and moderately priced dwelling unit code. I'm Liana Golden, 7 News.
Rockville's mayor also tells us the city supports increased transparency for rental fees and housing stability, as well as the governor's Renters' Rights Stabilization Act of 2024.